Well, I guess we're going to find out in the race what it is. Well, 75 and 40 should do. If it's dashed or if it's 2.8.
What's it boost?
And remember, first thing you should do right now,
yeah,
put the tyres to no change.
Oh, good call. Thank you.
And boost 1. Wow.
Thank you.
I'm going to be boost 2 at least for the first. Actually, you might want to do boost 4 for the first few laps. Point. Yeah. I'm going to probably do that. Watch out for my attack going down towards turn 3. Don't jump the start.
This is far too slow.
120. 120, you prick. Figured it out yet?
Nope. 105 he's done. 112.
Okay, he's figuring it out slowly. Cool. Question mark, question mark, question mark from Jimmy B.
Jimmy B. Oh. Who fucked up?
Yeah, someone did.
They sure did.
Jesus, just wait.
GG, well played.
Synchronising big time.
Yeah, buddy.
Big time synchronising. Because obviously we've had to restart. But it does.
It's times like this I'm like, you know, how can you get this wrong?
It's just be stupid. Don't be. Oh my god. Fucking hell, that was close. That was quick. It's not difficult. Just leave the grid when the car in front's gone. God, that's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Which one?
Formation laps are hard, according to Sim Racer Indonesia people. There were 2 crashes on the formation lap of Brands Hatch, by the way. 2 quite big ones.
So your only goal doesn't matter about the speed limit for you. To keep them, or keep around 2 car lengths to the car in front. Don't go within. Don't go without. Just out.
How long till Oscar gets up to pace and starts going through the field? And
Lap 2. He's only in 5th. Mate, drop a bit back from him. That's it about that. Go.
He's going 10 kilometers. Well, I'm doing 100 and I'm staying with him. Too slow.
GTs are going to catch it, right?
I assume the leader of GT is actually doing the proper speed.
Yep. Don't forget to warn your brakes as well. Do it more going down to Canada corner. Yep, that random crowd just, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Every lap. Oh god, I don't know where my phone is.
This racing is like...
Drive-through penalty removed from Stenbeck. Huh? What did you say?
The crowd are thinking, this racing's so good.
It's like watching the one behind her. Hey, right, let me throw my phone away. Bug off! I don't like having my phone near me because I'll see like a green light flash and I'm like, oh, I can check that on a pit stop. No.
I've got a case on mine so it covers it.
Yeah, I do have a case, it's just somewhere on my floor. My room's a shithole, to be honest.
I'm with you, brother.
Loads of cocaine everywhere. Some of that white gold.
That I'm not with.
What, white gold?
Mm-hmm.
You're from Sheffield, man.
So what?
White gold's like your ting.
Bruv. Oh my god. I don't even have to have a foot on the throttle, it's spiking enough to keep me accelerated.
You really need. So I kind of wish I could do it. Oh, sure it worked. But... Jesus, please. Alright, good luck, mate. Have fun.
Good
See you
luck,
after the race.
Lulu. Yeah, you too. Unless I crash and then you tell me not to stay out and stuff. Good luck.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated. Microphone muted.
Alright guys, I know it's a bit random, me interjecting into the middle of the video, but if you made it this far, then here I am. A lot of that first stint, well most of it, I just really had to concentrate. Now you might be wondering what happened there. Yeah, strategy happened. It's clear that Algard, or Ogard, however you pronounce his last name, I don't know his first name to be honest, took tyres, and of course I didn't. Now, I can't take credit for that. I mean, Lewis McGlade, who's in second place at the moment, on the same strategy, he came up with the strategy, or he, you know, pitched the idea, we tested the tyre and stuff, and everything was fandabidoze, as the Northerners say, from England, like myself, but yeah. So you can see now that I am in the lead of the race. Oscar Hardwick did DNF, who is arguably the fastest guy here. Maybe not at this track because he hasn't. It seemed like he didn't practice much, if not at all. But yeah, you can see I've got an 18-second lead over Lewis, and a now 49-second over Algard, who I think just spun or something. So I swear that was smaller. But yeah. That's a bit random, me interjecting here. It's just, in order to make the strategy work, I really needed to have a really good first stint and not let Algard run away. And with the combination of just being smooth and consistent, decent through traffic, and using boost 4 on the straights, I was able to stay with him, in fact lead the race for so long at the start there. And then of course, he passed me at one point and I just stayed with him. I stayed within a couple of seconds, and yeah, I didn't even need to do that. I mean, that was just perfect for the strategy, because we would gain 30 seconds for not swapping tyres, and yeah, we really didn't need that buffer of being ahead of him for so long and then staying with him for so long. So yeah, everything's working. I hope now that I haven't interjected for commentary that I won't spin off. I mean, it's so easy to do when you're just on your own like this, and really the main objective is to stay on the track. It's so easy just to mess up and throw yourself off the track and stuff like that, because it's just, you know, your mind gets a little less interested. That's why people always push every single lap, because it keeps them, not because they can for gaining time and stuff like that, it's just to keep them focused. That's really what they do it for. And I'm not really one of those drivers. I'm more of a I have a pace, stick to it kind of driver. Unless I need to catch up to someone, I won't start throwing the car on the track, trying to extract every little bit of lap time out of it. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm at a pace. You know, I don't need to be incredibly fast. I just need to keep it on the track, which unfortunately in the past in sim racing I have had brain fades from just driving on my own. At this particular track, we did a 12-hour race last year, I want to say. I think it was last year, and we was leading the class, half an hour to go, and yeah, at Canada Corner I just wasn't focusing. I was focusing on something else, because just driving on my own was that, you know, boring, and my mind just lost interest. So yeah, it can happen to the best of us. I'm not saying I'm amazing or anything, I'm really not. But yeah, when you're driving on your own like this, it is really hard to stay focused and to carry on.
Microphone activated. Microphone muted.
Sorry, just make sure I was muted. I think Lewis has his sound muted anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, anyone can have a brain fade just from driving on their own. Can happen to even the best of sim racers, as I've said, so it's not uncommon. Maybe interjecting and doing a little bit of commentary might keep you focused. Yeah, there was something in particular early on in the race that you might have seen. There was a move on the inside of the kink on a GT car, and the GT car did unfortunately spin off and hit the barrier and all that, and probably sustain quite a lot of damage because it's a very high speed section. Don't know if they're still in the race. If you're watching this, I do apologise. I personally think I was alongside coming into the kink, so you maybe could have done more in terms of lifting and braking and just making sure that you was going to get through the corner without falling off the track and stuff like that. But yeah, I know the kink's not an ideal passing opportunity for a P2. It's definitely not safe, but just from my perspective, I was trying to stay with the leader, and I was doing everything, and I felt that I was already alongside. So I have been in that situation before as a GT, so please, not in the comments, just say, you know, you've never been in that situation in the kink of Road America with a P2 just coming up to pass you. I have been in that situation, and yeah, just off the top of my head, I was alongside enough, I feel, to warrant me passing there. It's just the GT, it seemed like, just didn't do enough to avoid spinning off like that. I mean, you know, you're off the racing line, you're on the marbles, you're on the dirty stuff, you're not going to have a lot of grip, so we'll see what happens with that and the stewards. I don't think the stewards will give me something for this race. I hope not anyway. I mean, this is a very controlled drive. It's probably going to be driving to the win. I'm hoping if there is something, which I won't be mad at if there is. I mean, as I've said, you know, the kink is normally a you can pass, but you really have the GT car and the P2 just have to know each other, give each other room, which I definitely did. I gave a lot of room. It's just, yeah, go off the racing line, not really much they can really do. Other than, of course, lift and brake a little bit more. But yeah, I'm hoping if the stewards, you know, as I've said, if they give me a penalty, fine. You know, the kink is one of those awkward, very awkward passing zones, and I will accept a penalty. I just really hope if I do get one, it's for next race and not this one. It'd be a damn shame to see to lose the victory from just a little something that could have been avoided and not from my end. I mean, yeah, I could have followed the GT car, fair enough, but I did have another GT car right on me. I mean, I think I wasn't even clear of that guy or something, or if I was, it was only by a little bit. So if he saved the GT car ahead of me, lifted off too much or something for the kink, or just took too little speed, there's no room for that back GT car. There's just, it's either he slows down enough as well, or goes up my rear and stuff like that. I'll stop talking about it. I just feel that the GT car in that situation could have done a little more. That's how I feel. But yeah, 20 minutes left. Not really much I can say. I mean, I'm staying in boost 4 for the entirety of this last stint. Sorry, not boost 4, boost 1. What am I on about? I'm on about boost 4. I'm staying in boost 1. I don't really need to go fast, as I might not have said. Yeah, I think I said it. Don't really need to go fast. It's more of keeping the car on the road, and yeah, boost 1 just gives me a little less straight line speed, which makes it a little bit better in the brakes. Of course, not as much speed that I have to scrub off in the braking zones. And of course, yeah, it saves the fuel. Not really important. Of course, it's always better to run with a lighter car. Lighter car is always faster. But there's no point me going into boost 4 and being you know, really quite fast, just for the sake of burning fuel. I mean, there's just no point. Tyres are looking good. What I've noticed from Enduro races, and at least, is, you know, the tyres will give you roughly the same pace over a stint until like 20% remaining or something like that. Of course, there's always the factor of thermal degradation and all that stuff, but as long as you keep the temperatures under control, which I've done for the most part, you can really... They will just keep giving you enough speed, they'll just keep giving you full race pace. Simple as that, really. There's a bumper there in the final turn. Yep, I thought I saw that. Nicholas Hillebrand is out of the race, another P2 competitor. Not really a factor in this race. In fact, nobody at the moment is a factor in this race unless I mess up. I've got that much of a lead. I'm very pleased though to be in this position. I think that's Jerry McComas, I think his name is. Yeah. So thanks for letting me through there, dude. Really nice of you. Of course, you're not really in a race with anyone, but looking at the tower on the right side of my screen. Looks like you're not really in a race with anyone, so thanks for being so considerate with blue flags. Really nice to see. Just taking it really easily now. It might not look like it. It might look like the car is just sliding around everywhere for anyone that's not familiar with the Enduro Racers mod. That's basically how these cars drive. They just float around the corners at the rear. It might look a bit weird, and it definitely feels weird for a prototype, but it's how it's driven, really. It does remind me a little bit of my Audi that I drive in Virtual Endurance Championship. That has a kind of a floaty feel to it at the rear. Just bring it around. Right, sorry about that, whoever's in that white Ferrari. It did look like I wanted to go for a move, and I just, you know, at this point I've got such a lead. There's no point even me risking it, you know. I don't want to ruin anyone else's race. Of course I don't want to ruin my own, and I also don't want to give myself any penalties for the next round or even this round, so yeah. With a gap like this, it's really just take it easy, really. Don't even have to manage the tyres. I mean, you know, they feel absolutely fine. Fuel is more than adequate, you know, 14 minutes of the race left, and I've got 27 minutes of fuel, so that's more than enough. You might be wondering, or might have noticed at the bottom of the screen throughout the race, and of course now, the green bar, which represents my throttle input, looks weird. It looks like it's spiking around, jumping around. That's because it is. I need to clean my pedals. I thought that would affect me quite a lot this race, and obviously it has affected me somewhat. It's probably slowed me down at some point in the race. But I thought it would affect me a lot more in terms of like straight line speed and all that. I mean, it might have, and I've just not noticed, but it's definitely nothing too major. You can see Nicholas Hillebrand with a 52.0. I wonder if he just put some quali stuff on it and just went for it. I've done a 52.6, which is much faster than anything I've done in practice with the mediums, so I'm really happy about that. In fact, I think that's my personal best, if you don't count my quali time. Which got me second on the grid, as you might have seen. But yeah, 52.6, I'll take that on the mediums, definitely. Sorry about that, guys. So what we got? 13 minutes. 13 minutes remaining. Should take us around. As you can see, the time next to the minutes remaining timer is local time, my time. You can see that, you know, races generally in the evenings. Just wondering what time this ends. That's what I'm trying to work out for myself. The race should end around 10:05, so nothing too major. Do have work tomorrow, but whatever. That's a rant for another day. But yeah, if you've seen the last round of this championship, Sebring, you saw that I was on for a win there as well, maybe second place, probably more realistically second place, judging by Oscar's pace and all that stuff. And yeah, I did spin the car and hit the wall. I was awake for 20 odd hours at that point, 23 I think it was, 24, something like that. Oh, someone's on the grass. Don't think their car's functioning properly. But yeah, I was really tired. I really didn't feel like commentating because the little energy that I had left, I needed to put it into the car, you know, concentration. And yeah, I couldn't commentate, honestly. I wasn't alert enough at all. These guys are having a battle, or it might be a bit of blue flag action. I'm not going to get involved, no matter what it is. In fact, I'm going to follow them through this final turn. Not going to get near them. So of course, on corner exit they can have a little bit of an issue. And if they spin the car, then I want some space to avoid them, of course. Don't want to just go straight into them. Clear that Ferrari that's got on the racing line. I think that guy is trying to get all the slipstream he can get. Which, judging by that, it does look like they're in a battle for position. But yeah, last race went really well. Like, again, we was right up there due to strategy from Lewis again. So Lewis being an absolute babe with the strategy, I guess. Nearly won us a race back in Sebring, got Lewis the second place, which he thoroughly deserved. If it wasn't for my spin though, I probably would have had it and Lewis third. And now, don't want to jinx anything, but now it does look like we're on for a 1-2 finish with the DNFing of Oscar and just the superior strategy of Ogard, or Algard, which I must say, his pace was amazing. Especially in qualifying, he took pole position from myself by like 0.4 of a second, which is quite a lot of time in a class where, you know, it's not an identical car, but it's really nicely balanced. So in a similar performing car, he got pole position, which was by 0.4 as well, which is really nice, really good pace from that guy. Of course, I've not done much practice. I don't know how much practice he's done, but I've not done much. I'm not saying that's an excuse or anything. I'm not saying, oh, I should have totally been on pole position. It's just I'm saying I didn't practice much. That's really it. I totally forgot about this race until the night before, to be honest. But yeah, you can see that I'm really trying to keep myself. I'm really trying to keep my mind focused on something. I'm just rambling a lot. Hope you guys enjoy my rambling, if you've made it this far into the video. To be honest, I don't blame you guys. You're not going to hear this anyway if you've not made it this far, but I don't blame you guys if you just got to like a few minutes in and thought, yeah, he's not talking, there's no point me watching, stuff like that. I won't be surprised. Well, I won't be mad, in other words, that's what I'm trying to say. I won't be frustrated or anything. But yeah, I'm really just rambling for the sake of keeping my mind focused on something. It's so easy for your mind to wander when you're on your own like this. Just being nice and cautious on the throttle. As I said, I don't really need to manage tyres, but if you can go through the carousel without putting so much load on the front left, it makes it a lot more consistent, a bit more grip, because obviously you're not putting it through some intense thermal strain and thermal degradation and stuff like that. So if you can go through the corners without stressing the tyre as much, then please do, because you'll save yourself a lot of headache. Because you might have it at some point where you might just, you know, cook a tyre and you won't have the grip and you won't expect it. So it's always nice to keep the tyre as consistent as possible. Gotta be careful on the downshifts as well. You can hear that I am pretty aggressive on the downshifts, especially into turn 1. But you've got to be careful. I mean, even if you go over the RPM barrier by like 100 RPM or maybe even 50, you will blow the engine, so you really got to be careful of that. I mean, it's really nice because obviously it's engine braking, you're slowing the car down a lot more effectively, but it still doesn't mean that you should do it. I mean, like that into that turn there, you know. Not being super aggressive on the downshifts, so that corner is insanely difficult. I don't think you've seen me have an issue with it all race, which is surprising, but it is insanely difficult because it goes over the crest and you have to brake on the crest, and the rear is just, it can get away from you so easily. I think throughout this race I have typically braked a bit earlier for that, just to make sure it doesn't happen. We've got another guy out of the race. Quite a few dropping out. I mean, this isn't an easy track, you know. You can see, especially on this straight and through that kink, how close the walls are. So it's really not an easy track at all. Just even there on the outside of Canada corner in front of me, you know, if you mess up your braking a little bit, you'll get into the gravel where you can't really steer and all that, and then you'll just go straight into the barrier. Exactly what I did in that 12-hour race that I was telling you guys about. I just was focused on something else, braked really late, and the barrier was just that close. There was no chance of me slowing the car down and saving it from any damage. We finished second that race, by the way. We didn't die, we didn't fully die, we just lost the lead, we lost the win.
Don't worry, I'm not going to talk so much. Just want to make sure
Microphone.
you got your eye on your fuel, so you got enough, mate.
17 minutes remaining.
10 for me. Whoa!
It's fine, I've been talking to YouTube.
To who?
To YouTube. It's
YouTube?
I'm recording.
Oh! Hello! Thanks. I was going to say, well, you just get your phone up, message it.
I've been rambling just to keep my mind in gear.
Occupied, yeah. I've had to start getting my head to go through my gears. That's second, third. I'm not going to do it actually, because doing it out loud, you'll start just leaving the carousel, bang, straight down to the second. Yep, cool. The two P2s, not trying to make this controversial or anything, the two slow ones, McComas and Jesus, those two are interesting, to say the least.
McComas let me through earlier really nicely. The other guy I don't think I've come across.
You've definitely come across him. He is like 4 laps down.
Don't have driver tags on, so I don't know who to.
Yeah, he's in a white P2, McComas is in a black one. You passed him about 3 or 4 times. Don't know what happened to Oscar. He entered the pit lane and then escaped.
Might have been damage repair and he just felt like this.
Yeah, I saw Tommy. I think Tommy lagged backwards on the straight coming down to T4 and then 3 rather,
Yeah.
and then spun in turn 3.
I've had one of them screen freezers.
Really?
Yeah, so did the other guy, Algard, or whatever his name is.
He's in. Yeah, it's a long way back.
Strategy OP.
Yeah, it worked really well. I was really not very good on the first stint, but the second stint I've been pretty consistent.
I took the lead turn 1, just held it for
I
so
saw.
long.
You did really well, mate.
It was like the perfect scenario. I didn't even need to do that.
How's your pedal win?
It's still all over the place, but times aren't off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're fucking quick. I can't keep up. So, I still want you to clean it for tomorrow.
I will. After way.
That's it, Mara.
Some mother. Okay.
Not long to go, I think it's 2 laps at the end of this one. I have 4 laps to go of fuel. I've done my fuel strategy pretty close. I was using boost 4 quite a bit to try and keep Tommy behind.
On stint 1.
Yeah. I just wasn't really good enough this one. What's your fastest time, by the way?
52.6.
Shit! I was really impressed with my 52.9.
I think Nico had a little bit of a quality run. He's done a 52.0.
He definitely used boost 4 because he spun twice. And the 2 times he did a 52.0 was when he spun. It was after he spun, rather. But I think he just got angry and was like, "Grrr, going for it." Well, it might only be 1.
I'm on the start-finish straight now.
Oh no, it'll be 2.
57. 6. Oh, it's so tight.
Push, brother.
Across the line with 154 left.
Push. Push, push, push. See if you can do it. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me either. I've got plenty
Either
of
way, we've got to cruise on the cool down lap because we need a good old photo.
Auto. Okay.
Oh, you got to get a thumbnail from somewhere.
That's
Oh,
correct.
someone's crashed at 2-1. Oh, you prick! Holy shit! I'm going to report you for that. I'm not damaged. Don't worry.
Rejoin us, fuck.
Just straight back onto the racing line at T1.
Beautiful.
Oh my word! What a bell end.
Yeah, there is something that might be looked at from me.
Same.
I was alongside a GT coming into the kink, and I
Okay.
went for it, and because he was offline, he did.
So we'll have a look afterwards. If you didn't make contact, I don't think it's really your fault. I made contact with Jimmy at Canada Corner because concentrate, Lewis, please. But I made contact with him because I overcooked the corner a little bit. That was silly. Tommy had one motherfucker of a dive bomb on me. It was like being racing against Max Verstappen. It's from about 3 kilometres back into turn 3. I think he actually started the dive bomb from Canada Corner. It was ridiculous. I saw him pulling out and I was like, mate, you're like half a second to 7/10 behind me. And he went for it. Oh boy, he went for it.
I assume he didn't succeed.
No, he went too wide. So I got the cutback and just went for it. But...
I would have been like, Lewis, you failed.
oh my god, why is everyone crashing at this point in the race? It's coin off. Oh, by the way, the thing where I said concentrate, because you know the corner, by the way, that's the end of the race, I think. The corner after the bridge.
Yep, checkered flag.
I should have done to first. Good win, mate. Easy peasy.
Thank you. Thanks for the strategy,
I think
babe.
even if Oscar had finished that, because I reckon he would have beat Ogard or whatever his name is, but I don't think he would have beaten that. Boom!
1-2.
Yee boy, well, it's the second time I've come up with an orgasmic strategy.
Oak Racing 1-2.
Yeah, boy, different years, but whatever.
Are you sure?
Oscar, after the first round, I said, do you know who came up with that strategy? Oh, do you know when we got that strategy? And he said, well, I don't know, whenever James told you. And I'm like, oh, calm down. Come on, we've got to go through a corner together, mate. Oh, Oscar, you know, after Canada Corner, there's a little kink. A little right-hand kink. Oscar got past me around the outside of Canada Corner, and then through there, he kind of chopped me off. And I went straight for my light button. I was like, you cut! Oh, it's good job I've disabled it. Oh dear, no, come on, side by side on the bridge. Let's go. Wow, yeah, I'm going to be on your inside. Let's go. So bad.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, no, I know,
You keep dropping
oh
back.
shit. Good start.
Professional photo.
Alright, I'll get one of that as well, why not?
So you-
51.5 from Alex.
The Oak Racing bitches took each other
Hey,
out.
Alex did a fucking 51.5. That would have been near pole.
Would have been just behind me, I think.
Yeah. That's insane. That's a really good lap. I'm well impressed. But now we need to get a couple of those P2s out of the B2s because they are dangerous as fuck. Let's cruise around with Coin. Hi, mate. Oh, three wide, three wide, three wide,
Oh,
three wide, three
mate,
wide,
I
three
nearly
wide,
kissed the grass there.
three wide, three wide, three wide.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
I'm stuck on a curb. There we go.
I'm just fucking squeezing him off the road like a complete cunt. Ah!
Is he there?
Yeah.
I can't see him.
You can't see this car.
Oh, there he is. Now I can see him.
I don't know what the rules are of the post-race conduct, so I'll leave
Don't
it.
make contact, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Lewis, God. Come back, mate.
Wee! Oh, wee!
Oh. I think we're side by side enough for a pick.
Yeah, that's great, motherfucker.
Brother!
No, good drive, mate. I couldn't do anything about you. You're a bit too quick.
You too, mate.